Welcome, everyone, to Berkeley and California Memorial Stadium, where they've been filing in since early this morning, ready to support their sturdy Golden Bears. Today, a clash between a couple of ACC rivals in a game that could have big-time implications for the rest of the season. As we'll see a team fresh and ready to go off a bye week, the North Carolina Tar Heels, taking on the 5th-ranked team in the land, the California Golden Bears. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Tar Heels will kick it off to get us underway. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Golden Bears offense is on the field for the first time today. There he is, the man who makes everything go, and they believe they're going to score every time they touch it when he's on the field, Jesse.
He plays with unbelievable confidence, Reese. Always knows where to go with the football. The entire playbook is at this guy's disposal.
Yeah, which is so much fun for a coach, so much fun to play with him, a guy that can do everything. Everybody on the field is active and a weapon.
Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. I don't know why, but it's a thing. The ACC Wheel of Destiny, you spin it, you never know how it's going to come up, and you can't afford to give away a game early in a conference like this.
And I think both of these coaching staffs, David, understand that, and they've been preaching to their team, we've got to start fast. Not just in this game. We've got to start the season fast. We've got to take advantage of this opportunity.
And I think Reese hit it right in the head, too. The Wheel of Destiny, right? It seems like it's a new team every year that's playing in the championship and appears to be a wide-open league. So a lot of turmoil, a lot of change. I think that starting 1-0 is an important step to getting to that championship game.
Quickly out to the tight end.
Well, if you're on defense, I mean, that's the way you want to get this quarterback running. He's right-handed, so get him to go to his left where you expect the accuracy to come way down. If they continue to do that, that's going to work.
He's loose. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
Yeah, and how about this offense? A little counter, a little misdirection, get everybody's eyes going one direction. They go back the other way. Nice execution by the offense to make the big running play down the field.
And the Golden Bears are moving quickly down the field. Trying to run, it's Alvarez. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
He wants it all. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Cal!
And I absolutely love this play call. You still got a little bit of space while you're not too close to the goal line, where you can run your big tight end right up the middle of the field, run the post route, throw it up to him, let him do the rest, and get the touchdown.
Getting set for the point after. And the PAT makes it 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the finisher, an 18-yard touchdown throw. The kickoff team out there and ready to go. Fielded in the end zone. It's Munoz. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So the North Carolina Tar Heels offense will go to work for the first time today. And this figures to be just a tremendous matchup of big play receivers, Jesse.
And because of their skills, Reese, you're going to see all types of ways in how they use them, right? They're going to throw it to them, they'll throw screens, they'll get jet sweeps. Get these guys as many touches as you can.
Well, and the good thing is, if you're a defense, you're used to it. You see this guy in practice every day. Now you're seeing another guy that's elite. Which defense can rise to the challenge and get a few stops and maybe nullify the playmaker?
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. To the air, it's Terrell. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. And the Tar Heels will try to pin them back with the punt. And the returner will be brought down. Cal gets it back. The sturdy Golden Bear offense on its way to the field. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. Quick release by the QB. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting...
And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. The Golden Bears line up to punt it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin them deep. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable with that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
In college football, you see this a ton now. And you use the quick passing game, basically as the running game. Get a few yards, get your offense ahead of the sticks, keeps it on pace for success.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. Tackled at the 28. It's a pickup of 5.
You know, they pride themselves on being physical at the point of attack, dominating at the line of scrimmage. Nice job there picking up the 1st down.
They make the stop after a gain of 3 to the 31.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on 1st down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good 2nd down.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Wants to throw. It's Terrell. Makes his connection. Finally stopped at the 46 after a 15-yard gain. The Tar Heels in the hurry-up. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw, too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
And it's just simple. Simple 1st down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
They'll go to the ground. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Trying to escape and get it himself. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain. That's the end of the period, and Cal is on top. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. He says he's got a big leg. He's going to have to show it from 56 yards out. Splits the uprights from 56, and he's got 3 on the board. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Memphis needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with this crowd there in Bluff City behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Tulsa.
He wants to start this drive with a pass. Makes the grab.
We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. A big explosive play carries them into plus territory. They'll snap it 1st and 10 from just across the 50. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. Off play action. Firing to the right, complete. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22.
Right, second quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some 1st downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
They're going back to the ground. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Makes the grab. It's Carter. And the ball's on the ground. Oh, and he's able to get it back. Good thing for him. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. And the Golden Bears are on the move. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. He makes a grab. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Here's the handoff. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense.
I think coming into this season, they thought in order to have success, we have got to be able to run the ball and get this guy going. He hasn't scored yet this year, but a golden opportunity right now to finally break the seal.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can't pick up the 1st without scoring. Looking for the score. It's complete. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
Really nice play call there because the defense might have been thinking on 3rd and short in the red zone. They're probably going to run the football instead. They throw it, catch them off guard, and now they've got 1st and goal.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
Well, that was the guy the quarterback wanted to go to right from the jump, but a better job by the defense in coverage forcing the incomplete.
and goal from way back there.
3:25. Ready.
From the gun, wants to pass. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone.
Well, I love the job by the coaching staff there defensively, matching the personnel of the offense, putting their dime package out on the field. So you bring out the extra defensive back, you're anticipating a pass, perfect timing to run that personnel, and you get the pick.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll run the screen. On the move at the 30. And he breaks into the open. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
I love this running back and the job he does once he has the ball in his hands on this screen pass. He was real patient. You got to allow these 300-pound offensive linemen to sort of collect themselves and stammer down the field and try to block some of these linebackers and DBs, and that's exactly what the running back did. Great job with patience.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Looking to pass. It's Terrell. Fires to the big fella. And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the first down. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Didn't get much, picked up a yard, and that will leave them with 4th and 2. And they'll send out the field goal unit. This is going to have to be unleashed from 54 yards out. It's good.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on 4th down so much easier. Just trot him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Cal offense is headed back onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
A loss of 9 on the play. Brings up 2nd down.
These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. Lets it fly. It's the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. The Golden Bears will punt it away on 4th down. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. They've had a couple of productive drives, but they've had to settle for field goals in 2 of their 3 previous possessions, Jesse.
Yeah, this is an offense that takes a lot of pride in execution, and they feel like they should have scored a touchdown every single drive. So while it's been good, not great, David, just execute a little bit better, and they could put this one in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think you point that out. We went all the way down the field on 2 of our first 3 drives and got field goals. Now, just a little better execution when that field starts to shrink.
Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes, getting to the football.
Here comes the offense on first down. From the gun, the ground game. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
I know the passing game sells, and the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Carter. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
It's hard to have success on wide receiver screens when you're facing press man coverage because your blockers out front oftentimes can't pick them up, and that receiver gets gobbled up as soon as he catches the pass. You saw it on that last play.
Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. And the Golden Bears come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He'll try to do it himself. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
Looking to go up top on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
The defense was obviously ready for that play. They've obviously been watching film. They know that that pass play is one of the bread and butter plays this offense has, so nice job defending it.
Finds his man. It's Carter. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
Snags it. And he will score. Touchdown, Golden Bears.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. The give to the tailback. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, guys, a delightful first two quarters today from there in Berkeley. And it's been said football is a game of inches. And guess what? Based on the comparison between third down conversion rate today and the average yard per play, how can you argue that? I mean, the low-lying fruit is to look at some of the explosive plays we've seen in panic. But really, this game is going to come down to which team is more efficient when they have the ball and how they play when it matters most. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas inside California Memorial Stadium.
The Golden Bears will line up to kick off and start the second half. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. They start this third quarter, one-possession game, and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
He's got it. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. On the move. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
Well, you wonder if one of the adjustments they made at halftime, trailing in this game, was to try and get the ground game established, David, and they're off to a good start here.
Dang right. Stay patient. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to press. Just try to get scoring drives together. Don't abandon the run.
A run up the middle is stopped for no gain. And the Tar Heels want to crank the tempo. He'll keep it himself. He picks up 4. That'll leave them with 3rd and 6.
You know, as a quarterback, when you're doing this zone read play, you got to read that defensive end. If he crashes down hard inside to take the running back away, right away you know now you're keeping the football. Nice job by the quarterback.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Back to throw, it's Terrell. Moving away from pressure. The quarterback scrambled around, but the defense able to scramble him and turn it into a sack. And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. He says he's got a big leg. He's going to have to show it from 56 yards out. The official says no good. That one could have helped out a bit there, guys, but still an 8-point game. Cal gets it back. The sturdy Golden Bear offense on its way to the field. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
What a snag by the defense. Was looking for a little more daylight for a big return, but he'll settle for the pick and setting his offense up at the 24. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. They'll see if they can find some running room on the right here. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
He'll run it again. Defense closed down quickly after a gain of 3. They'll mark it at the 32. Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. At the 40, there he goes. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. The give on the inside. Shakes off the defender. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
All right, guys, that's not a home run type play, but he did enough there to keep the chains moving.
The Tar Heels are moving quickly down the field. A first down run on the doorstep. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, UNC! They'll line up to go for 2. Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. And then sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late, but at least you got the party started.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. The Cal offense is headed back onto the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Works his way to the 38 after gaining 5.
And I don't care if I did it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
Use the play fake. Now to throw. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And that defender was just smothering the quarterback on that screen attempt. You know, the QB's taught to hold on to it to the last possible second. He had no shot trying to negotiate that defender.
Oh, he needs to get rid of it. He needs to do something, and he will go down. What a terrible, terrible play and a big loss. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. They put it in the end zone the last time they had it, and now an opportunity to really take control of this game.
You can feel the momentum.
How about that? A loose just keeps moving. Discards him with the stiff arm. Big, big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
And the offense going deep down the field, and you can see the speed they have at wide receiver. These guys scare you to death because their ability to stretch the defense and take the top off of the defense. You saw it right there, and all of a sudden this offense is in the red zone.
They'll try again on second down after the incompletion. Dropping back, it's Terrell. Now adjusting. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Touchdown, North Carolina! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half. Ready to try the point after. Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Cal gets it back. The sturdy Golden Bear offense on its way to the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David. He's going for the big play. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. After misfiring, it's second down. He's looking to throw. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And the deep shot is complete inside the 35-yard line. Touchdown, Cal! A great catch and run for 6. Leading by 1, they'll go ahead and go for 2 and try to make it a field goal game. Here's the snap, looking to throw. And he makes the catch. It's a deuce.
Well, that's the right call to go for 2 right there because the analytics say if you get it, you now make it a 3-point game and your opponent can only tie with the field goal. If you've gone for 1, your opponent can take the lead with the kick. So nice job there getting it executed.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. Now facing a third down as they line up after the break. Got it, looking for the first down. And the Tar Heels will keep this drive going.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting close progression.
Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. They'll run it from the gun. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
Quickly complete. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. The Tar Heels will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fields the punt to try to pick up some yards. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. The Cal offense is headed back onto the field. Looking for a productive play on first down. He wants to throw. Getting some heat. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Let's see if they go back to the air on 2nd and 10 from the 28. Leaves it with the back. Running through contact. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Quarterback moving. And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain. Now on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Fires to the right. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd down, going up top. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And the Golden Bears decide to punt it away. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to...
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. They've got him pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Scanning the field, it's Terrell. They're setting up the screen. Open space at the 25. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Personal foul. Roughing the pass. Defense.
That was right on the borderline. You want to make that quarterback feel you, but the official thought it was a little too much. The roughing the passer penalty. From the gun, running back gets to give. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Just a short pass to the tight end. And that is good versatility there, and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage. Now here on 2nd down, see if they keep tossing it around. The inside handoff. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
Nice move to stay on his feet. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get first downs like that run.
Touchdown, Tar Heels! And they've moved out front here in the 4th. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Cal gets it back. The sturdy Golden Bear offense on its way to the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And David,
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down.
well, the offense is sending a very clear message. They didn't hit that play, but they've shown they've got the quarterback with the arm talent, and they've got the wide receivers with the speed. They are going to try and take shots to take the top off this defense. So if you're the secondary on defense, you know right now you're going to be in your back pedal, and you're going to be turning and running a lot throughout the course of this game.
Lining up from the 34 on first down. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. They recover their own fumble. How in the world did the offense avoid that disaster?
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep two hands on the ball as well. And they're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
Feeling the heat as he lets it go. And it's knocked away downfield. The DB getting a hand in there.
Man, the defense smells blood in the water. You can tell. They are getting to this quarterback over and over and over. They've already sacked him a couple times. They're just winning up front. They almost got another sack on that last play.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are. You're trailing in the game.
He'll loft one deep down the left side. And he's got it inside the 20. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the first down there.
Yeah, and you got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were, and because of that, he gives up the first down. Need to just be a little bit more aware as a defensive guy.
They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
Turning to the running game on first and goal. Touchdown, Golden Bears! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the fourth.
What a great job by this offense. And listen, I judge offenses by what they do in the clutch, in those big moments and right before the half, in the fourth quarter, late in the game, just like right here. You need a score. You got to go take the lead. They do everything they can. Now, defense.
And the ball's free, deep in his own territory. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover. The clock and the scoreboard on their side as they come to the line, first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Cal! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. James Madison is getting hammered right now. They are the nail, and that figurative mallet is just pounding them into the ground. What a bad look. They're trailing by 20 to Troy. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Zings it complete to the right. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed. And if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
To the air. It's Terrell. his target down the middle. The offense gets a quick timeout at this point. Every second is precious. They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Looking to move it through the air. He makes the connection. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. Still some work to do after that last completion at second down. He's looking to throw. Gets it out quickly. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Got to get lined up to spike it and stop the clock.
It leads to second down.
They'll line up for a second down play. He's looking to throw. Right down the middle. Got his man downfield. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. And the offense just chooses to spike the ball.
It's now second down.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. He's looking for an open man on second down. And a little too much adrenaline on that throw. Never gave his receiver a chance. Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. From the gun, wants to pass. Complete downfield. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. And the Tar Heels will have it 1st and 10. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Outside the pocket, lets it go. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it 1st and goal from the 1. Quickly gets everyone set. They spike it to stop the clock.
Brings up second down.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? To the air, it's Terrell. Into the house. Touchdown, UNC!
If we had any chance to make this happen, we had to score with a little bit of time on the clock. Now we need a miracle. Now we need to kick the onside, get an onside kick, and somehow, some way, make a big play.
And that kick was perfectly down the middle. Timeout called by the defense, and the clock is stopped with 18 seconds left. The clock is at 18 seconds. Hearts are beating fast. The onside kick is coming. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time, when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
You want to talk about building confidence? Coming through with clutch plays, making the winning plays at the right time can really set the course for the rest of the season.
Yeah, Reese, maturity and experience matters. And this team has guys that have played a lot of snaps. They've seen a lot of looks, and they've lost close games like this in the past. That wasn't the case today, David. Too many guys out there making big-time plays.
And I think belief is what you build. That confidence, you know you're going to win. You don't think you're going to win. You know you're going to make that play in the big moment that continues to build on week-to-week success. And you look up and you're like, dang, we strung a couple wins together.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.